Already today's city challenge, the SCRS stealth, reinforced cameras, hidden UI, and takedown limit. It's takedown limit, and it's SCRS where ideally we'd be able to take out more than just 6 guards, but that's alright. Except for the fact that there's reinforced cameras, which means that we can't really selectively choose who we're going to take out, which does make things a bit more complicated. Why did I not flip behind that door? In that we can't just, well, choose who we take out, and subsequently we'll have to take out a few more guards than we would ideally like, but we're going to start by not having any guards over there, which is just absolutely perfect. And we're just going to shut the door, go through here, go over here, place this camera over here, and then lure that over there. Now, right now, ideally, we won't have any guards causing any problems. Hi there. Well, speaking of guards causing problems, we're going to answer the radio over there. And then we're going to answer the next radio, which is not ideally what we want, but we'll most definitely make do. Now, it seems like a janitor has shown up and ruined things in the sense that the guard has just shut the door over there, but in any case, we've got a janitor disguise, and I suppose we'll just have to make do with the alternative plan. Because the previous plan was really, really complicated. Did I or did I not grab a disguise? I did. So ideally, you won't cause me any problems, but the previous plan involved having a guard over there, seeing the door open, walking towards the door, and then knocking him out before they close the door so that we could actually answer the radio out of view of the camera. Now, unfortunately, things are being derailed by all of the other guards that are very, very much intent on detecting me, but if you could just walk literally anywhere else right around now, that would be absolutely fantastic, so that I could lure this guard over here instead, which is far more ideal for what I'm trying to do over here, which is to not take out all of the guards. But we're just going to wait for them. Hopefully they're off the radio so that things aren't that complicated, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case, so we could always instead just do this, which might mean that we're working a bit against the clock, but we'll do just fine. And because this is a bit further away from the counter than I would ideally like, we're gonna back him up, place him right beside the counter, and then we're gonna grab the disguise, which is relatively simple. And then afterwards we'll go through, well, it's not like you care anymore, so we'll go through here, and hopefully hidden UI won't cause any further issues because it's hidden UI. We are in fact looking for the blue wire later on, so we're just gonna go through here. We're gonna go through here, and then we're gonna get a suppressed weapon because, well, it's takedown limit, so we're gonna use that on presumably the last 4 guards that we're gonna take out, which might be useful, or might not be at all, but for now we're just gonna go over here, look for any security rooms, and because we're working against the clock now, in that we've only got around 10 minutes or so to complete everything before the security room causes any problems for us, we ideally need to move at least at a decent amount of speed, so I'm just gonna go past all of the cameras, and then subsequently hope for the best. Now, unfortunately, even though Nightshade's over there, there is this camera over there, and well, even if Nightshade were to go into the corridor, it's not all that great. So instead, we're just gonna go all the way through here, and then we're just gonna hope that the security room's right over here, which it is not. So of course, we'll go to the last room. Not all that fun, but it'll go just fine, and well, it's a very, very simple thing. We're just gonna go over here. We're just gonna hack it, and that's really about it. So once we're done with that, we're just gonna hopefully walk out of there instead of actually taking out the guards, because we're working against the clock now with absolute certainty, and if I could actually walk through there, that would be quite nice, but for now, ideally I would like to know where all of the agents are, so hopefully Hemlock goes somewhere convenient so that I can actually take him out, which would be quite ideal, but seemingly that's not a right turn for that, so we're just gonna go through here, and hopefully Nightshade's in here, which is most definitely not the case, but I suppose we can make do with that by, first of all, finding some kind of safe room to just breach into, So actually, that is outside. That's not what I'm asking for, but I suppose it kind of counts, but it doesn't really. I mean, there are a lot of guards outside, which makes this far, far worse. So we're just gonna go through here instead. And then we'll just work on getting our first hack started, which is a relatively simple spot. We're just gonna go through here, all the way over here, and then we're just going to start it. It's not all that complicated. That's really all there is to it. It's gonna take a while though, and we are most definitely still working against the clock, so we basically have to be doing at least something that's not waiting for the guards to go somewhere nice for the entirety of the rest of this mission, which is only a slightly unnerving thought, but if that analyst could just not turn this way, things would be going great for me right around now. And we do indeed have the USB, which means that now we've got a grand total of 3 takedowns. And conveniently, we have 3 more for the control room, which we're actually going to take the opportunity to just take him out, since that's a very simple solution. Please stop over there so that I can actually authorize this conveniently without getting seen. But seemingly there is some guard somewhere else that wants to cause me some problems that I have absolutely no clue of the location of. So only slightly unnerving, but for now we've made it out relatively unscathed in that... Right, keep walking. Don't stop there. Actually, if you're gonna keep facing that direction, I'm not gonna complain about it. But I do want the control room clear now, which is a very simple thing. It's just that we have to go through here, go over here, and then subsequently just take everyone out, which isn't all that complicated. I mean, we're done with all of our takedowns. It's that we kind of just have 2 more hacks to go for, and 1 we can blowtorch. The other one, if we do blowtorch, we're gonna have some massive problems in the form of, well, agents walking through it, so we're just gonna go for the one that's much, much safer first, in that any passing agents won't cause any problems, because the agents wouldn't pass it in the first place. So we're just gonna breach this. We're gonna start a hack over there, and then we're gonna go over there to start the last hack, and well, if an agent shows up, we're gonna be in for a really, really bad time, so we're just gonna watch all the cameras, and then just wait for the opportunity where I believe Nightshade is just as far away as possible from where we ideally won. Those are the microcams. Let's look at the hack cameras, and well, things are clear right now, so let's quickly move out of there. And let's have you walk past, and we'll just go over here, and we'll just monitor where Nightshade is, which is a certainly unusual thing to do, but if we could at least find where Nightshade is, that would be quite nice. And Nightshade's over there, so I'm feeling relatively safe in that Nightshade won't be crossing through this corridor anytime soon, but things might go terribly wrong. Who knows? Where is Nightshade going? I kind of need to know this information, but I don't see Nightshade over here, and if I don't see him right over here, there's a relatively good chance that we can't actually have any problems with him, in that Nightshade's all the way across the map, so we've got some decent amount of time to get it started, put in the USB, and then run out of here, which has just been confirmed, so we're doing relatively safe right now, and well, we're gonna do just fine. So we're gonna put in the USB. Now we've actually got a decent amount of time to just, in a relatively relaxing manner, saunter out of here without causing any problems, which I do find slightly hilarious, because that works out just fine. And regardless, we can just go over here, and even though we did it in just under 10 minutes, which means that we could have done the other plan regardless, that's a daily challenge in just under 9 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time!